We've already seen one way to embed CSS styling into our PHP code. We used simple HTML inline styles. We created a variable set to the value of the HTML code that we would use in a style, and we put that into divs and spans and even into the record tags of a table to give us the effect of alternating backgrounds for the alternate rows of a table. Now, if you're at all familiar with HTML and CSS, you will of course be acquainted with external CSS style sheets. And that's exactly what we're going to do now. We're simply going to echo the HTML link tag to our browser. And the link tag, you may recall, has a relationship parameter, being the relationship of the document to the source document. In this case, style sheet. It has an HTML reference tag, which is the URL of the file that we're going to link to. And it has a type of text/CSS. So the statement in PHP to link to a style sheet is echo link rel equals style sheet, href equals the URL of the style sheet file, and type is text CSS, close tag. So we'll start by creating a CSS framework. In the Folders tab, under htdocs, create a new directory and change its name to CSS or uppercase. Now open the snippet, examplets CSS alpha crm.css, and you'll notice straight away that this is a typical CSS file. Save the file, not in the demo directory, but in the CSS directory as alpha crm.css. And we can see we have a record for links, a record to format links when we hold the cursor or the mouse over the link, the hover record. And we have some that we've seen before. We have a table header record, hover over table header, a record to format the background of a table record when the index is odd, and another one for when it's even. And we have some normal text font and color. We have an emphasis text color, and we have an ordinary table header CSS style element. Now in a new code pane, paste the snippet company list order style. This script is exactly the same as our old script company list order PHP. Remember company list order? It simply listed the companies with sortable headings for the columns and a link on the side to go to the company people edit script. This file's the same, and we'll save it so we can see the syntax. Not in CSS, but in our forms folder. And once we collapse some of our standard code, you'll notice that instead of the list of variables for the styles, we've now got our link relationship style sheet with folder CSS alpha crm.css, which was the file we just created, and that's going to provide the styles in here for our new company list. Let's reduce some of these components a little and focus just now on the output component. Each header is now going to have a span class around the header text of table header. Recall that the table header style had a simple class style background color of black with a color of white. It also had a hover formatting and a link formatting. So let's find that script now in our forms folder by refreshing the forms folder and run the file. We see we have a slightly different format now by using the styles that have come from our style sheet instead of from the inline styles in our PHP script. The entire script still functions exactly the same way, except the styles are different. And of course we go back to company list when we hit the back key. The use of linked CSS files is a critical component for the creation of manageable template-based websites and web applications.